round 14, and we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the third single crochet before any corner point. Skip the next 2 stitches, and we're then going to make 3 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so that's into that first front post double. We're going to make 3 double crochet, and we're then going to double crochet in the next 7 stitches. Okay, so 3 into the first one and then 7. That takes us up to our corner stitch. Okay, so in that next stitch we're going to make a normal corner of 2 double crochet, but this one's only going to have a chain 1, not a chain 2. Okay, so 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. Let's move our marker up into that chain 1 corner space. Okay, and then we're basically just going to mirror the other side. So we're going to double crochet in the next 7 and then 3 double crochet in that next stitch. Okay, so 7 double crochet and then 3 in that next one. We're then going to skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, and we're going to repeat exactly the same around the side point and coming along. So let me just do that and I'll come back to you. Okay, so skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet into that first front post double, and then double crochet in 7, and then in that next front post double it's 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in 7, 3 double crochet into that last front post stitch, skip 2, single crochet in 2, and then you're going to repeat exactly the same around the side point. Okay, so skip 2, 3 double crochet, double in 7, in that next stitch 2 double, chain 1, 2 double, double in 7, 3 double in the next one, skip 2, single in 2. Okay, so you're going to repeat that all the way round. Okay, and then join to that first standing single crochet with a slip stitch. Round 15. Okay, we've got a hint that your work is going to be wobbly, and also if you look at the pattern, just before the pattern there is a description on how to make the ruffle stitch, which is what we're going to do now. Okay, so let's start off. We're going to chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and I'm just going to mark that first stitch, okay, just to help me. Okay, we're going to make 4 ruffle stitches over the next 12 stitches. So each ruffle stitch is made over 3 stitches, and we start off with a front loop single crochet, and then around the post of that same stitch we're going to make a half double crochet and then 3 double crochet. Okay, so you've got 5 stitches all together in the same, or sort of in and around the same stitch. Okay, sorry, I've just put some hand cream on and it's made my yarn go squeaky. Okay, so front loop single in the top, and then around the post half double, 3 double crochet. We're then going to skip the next stitch and front loop single in the next stitch, and that's our first ruffle stitch completed. So then we start again, front loop single in the next stitch, and around the post with a half double crochet and 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, skip the next stitch, front loop single in the next stitch, and that completes the ruffle stitch. So each ruffle stitch is made over 3 stitches, and you can clearly see at the back that's your skipped stitch where you've got 2 top loops, and then either side you've got a front loop single and an exposed back loop. Okay, so we're going to make 4 of those. Okay, so that's 4 ruffle stitches, brings us up to the top. We're going to single crochet in the chain 1 space, and we're going to mark that stitch. Okay, because you are going to work into the single crochet later on, so mark it and leave your marker there. Okay, we're then going to make 4 more ruffle stitches coming down the other side. Okay, so we've got 4 ruffle stitches coming up, a single crochet in the chain 1 space that we've marked, 4 ruffle stitches coming down. Okay, now if the most common mistake that people make is forgetting to make that, if you like, closing front loop single, and then they go straight into making the post stitches here. When you look at your ruffle stitches, you should always be able to see 2 stitches in between. Okay, one's the skipped one, one's the one that's got the front loop single in. So each ruffle stitch is made over 3 stitches. Okay, we're then going to single crochet in the next stitch, which is the first of those 2 single crochets. We're then going to skip the next stitch, and we're going to do exactly the same on the side point. We're going to make 4 ruffles coming up, single crochet in the chain 1 space and mark it, 4 ruffles coming down. Okay, I'm going to do that and come back to you. Okay, so that's the side point done. 4 ruffle stitches going up, single crochet in the chain 1 space, 4 ruffle stitches coming down. We're then going to skip that next stitch and single crochet in the next one. Okay, so with your corner points, you're going to single crochet in that stitch, 4 ruffles, single in the chain 1 space, 4 ruffles, single in the next stitch. Okay, so the corner point has a single crochet immediately before the first and after the last ruffle. With the side point, you've got a skipped stitch before the first and after the last stitch. Okay, so you've got 2 single crochet on each side, 8 ruffles on each point, and a single crochet in the top of each point, the corner ones and the side ones. Okay, and as I say, you know, everything's going to go wobbly, and don't worry, that will all flatten out in the next few rounds. So come all the way round and join to that first single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Take your time, and remember that each ruffle stitch is made over 3 stitches. Round 16, and we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the single crochet before any corner point. Okay, then our repeat. We are going to make a popcorn into that skipped stitch behind the ruffle stitch. Okay, so a popcorn is 5 double crochet all into that same stitch. Okay, 3, 4 and 5. Pull your working loop up, take your hook out, put your hook underneath the top 2 loops of your first stitch, back into the working loop, and then the way I do mine is I use my second finger to push forward and my thumb to pull so that I don't get caught, and then you're just going to pull that loop through and make a chain 1 to close your popcorn. Okay, you're then going to chain 2, and you're going to do that 3 times. Okay, so we're going to popcorn into the skipped stitch, chain 2, popcorn into the skipped stitch and chain 2. Okay, so we've done that 3 times. We're then going to popcorn in the next skipped stitch of round 14 behind the ruffle stitch. Okay, so again it's 5 double crochet, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull up your working loop under the top 2 loops of the first double crochet, back in, join together, chain 1 for the popcorn. Okay, so remember each time that the chain 1, the closing chain 1 is part of the popcorn. You're then going to make your normal chain stitches that the pattern requires in between, and also remember to keep your chains in your spaces the same size as the top loops of your normal stitches. Okay, it will just help everything to sit a little flatter. Okay, we're then going to chain 3. Okay, we're going to skip that single crochet, and then we're going down the other side the same, so into the skipped stitch of round 14 with a popcorn, and then chain 2, and again you're going to do that 3 times, and you will then also popcorn in that last skipped stitch there. Okay, so we've come down exactly the same. Popcorn, chain 2, 1, 2, 3 times, popcorn in that last skipped stitch. Okay, we are then going to single crochet in the single crochet. Okay, now as you've worked around that corner point, you're going to work exactly the same around the side points. Okay, so it's popcorn in the skipped stitch behind the ruffle, chain 2, 1, 2, 3 times, popcorn into that skipped stitch, chain 3 and skip your marked single crochet, popcorn in the next skipped stitch, chain 2 3 times, popcorn in that last skipped stitch behind the ruffle and single crochet in the single crochet. Okay, so you're going to repeat that twice for each side because you're going to go round the corner and then around the point. Okay, and each time when you get to the top you've got a popcorn, chain 3, skip the chain, skip the single crochet, and then down the other side the same. Okay, so each point is going to have 8 popcorns 6 chain 2 spaces, 1 chain 3 space. Okay, so work all the way round, join to your standing single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 17. Okay, we're going to join with a standing front post half double crochet around the last popcorn before any chain 3 corner space. Okay. Okay, in the chain 3 corner space, first of all we're going to make 3 half double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and then working in front of the space and into our marked single crochet, we're going to make a 2 treble cluster. Okay, so we're going to yarn over twice into that marked stitch, through 2 and through 2, again yarn over twice into the stitch, through 2, through 2 and then through all 3 loops. That marker needs to go into that cluster. Okay, then we're going to make another 3 half double crochet into the chain 3 space. Okay, so the cluster sits in front of the space, not over it. Okay, and you've got 3 half doubles either side that are made into the chain 3 space. Okay, we're then going to front post half double around the next stitch, 3 single crochet in the chain 2 space, and a front post single around the next stitch, and then 3 single crochet in the next chain 2 space. We're then going to front post half double around the next stitch and make 3 double crochet into the next chain 2 space. Okay, and then a front post double around that last popcorn. Okay. Now, because we are starting to square things up, it is important that you get these stitch heights correct. Okay, so if you need to keep going back and replaying the video, then do, or if you are following the pattern, then read carefully to make sure everything's okay. Okay, we're going to skip that next stitch, a single crochet, and then for the side point, front post single around that first popcorn and make 2 single crochet into the chain 2 space. Okay, we can do that 3 times. So front post single, 2 single, that's twice, front post single, 2 single, that's 3 times, and then another front post single. Okay, then for our chain 3 space, we're going to work it exactly the same as the corners. Okay, so we're going to make 3 half double crochet, and then working in front of the chain space and into our marked single crochet, we are going to make a 2 treble cluster. Okay, that's one partial treble, and there's the second one. Okay, and then another 3 half double crochet. Okay, and again move your marker up and just pop it into that cluster. Okay, then we're going to come down the other side, same as before, front post single, 2 single crochet. Okay, front post single, and then 1, 2, front post single, and 1, 2. So we've done that 3 times. Front post single. Okay, we're then going to skip that single crochet, and to mirror the other side, front post double crochet around the popcorn, and then 3 double crochet in the next chain 2 space. Okay, a front post half double, and then 3 single, a front post single, 3 single, and a front post half double crochet around that last popcorn. Okay, so let's just zoom out a weeny bit. There we go. Okay, so your corners, 3 double crochet into the chain 3 space, a 2 treble cluster into your marked single crochet, then another 3 half double into that chain 3 space. Then it's front post half double, 3 single, front post single, 3 single, front post half double, 3 double crochet and a front post double crochet. Skip the single crochet, and then as you work the side points, front post single, 2 single, 1, 2, 3 times, front post single, excuse me, the point is worked exactly the same as the corner point, and then we're going to mirror what we've already done. So we're going to come down, front post single, 2 single, 3 times, end with a front post single. Then switching over to the corner point, front post double, 3 double, front post half double, 3 single, front post single, 3 single, front post half double. Okay, so as I said, it's important that you get these stitch heights correct for the shape. So take your time all the way around and join to your standing front post half double with a slip stitch. Round 18. Okay, we are going to slip stitch in the next 3 stitches and then into our corner cluster. When you do this, it avoids, because we're going to have a couple of rounds of plain stitches, it avoids having a seam running up into the stitches. Okay, but don't do your slip stitches too tight, because you want to be make sure they're just under the top 2 stitches, because you want to be able to work in there above the 3rd loop, if you can see that, and under the top stitches and then you trap the slip stitches into the stitch that you make in this next round so that you don't see any of that, it all gets hidden. Okay, chain 3, that counts as our first double crochet, and we're then going to double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. So we've got normal corners of 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in each corner cluster. Okay, and then to work across the sides, again stitch height is important for us to get our work square. So we're going to half double crochet in the next 15 stitches. Okay, so we've got 15 half double crochets. We're then going to make a double crochet in the next stitch, and if you look at the pattern in brackets, italic and purple, it says FPDC, so that's giving us a hint that that double crochet goes into the front post double there. Okay, we're then going to skip the next 3 stitches. That's the front post single and these 2 single crochets, and then starting in that second front post single, we're going to single crochet in the next 10 stitches. Okay, so the 10 single crochet brings us up to the cluster at the point of the side point. Okay, so into that cluster we're going to single crochet, chain 1, and I always put my marker into the chain 1 space before I make the next single crochet. It just makes it easier because, let's see if we can zoom right in here. Okay, you can see there that thread going down in the middle, that's the 3rd loop of the single crochet. So it's very easy to mistakenly put your marker in there, which is actually into that first single crochet, and you would then end up skipping that stitch, but whoops, by mistake. Okay, so just a little handy hint for you. We're then going to single crochet in the next 10 stitches coming down the point. Okay, and then as on the other side, we're going to skip those next 3 stitches, and we're going to make a double crochet in the next stitch, which again is the front post double. We're then going to half double crochet in the next 15 stitches, which will take us back up to our corner cluster, where we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Okay, so corners, 2 double chain 2, 2 double, 15 half double, a double crochet into that front post double, skip 3, single in 10 in the cluster at the side point, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, single crochet in the next 10, skip 3, double crochet in the next stitch, which again is that front post double, and then half double crochet in 15 to take you round to the next corner. Okay, so all the way round and join to the top of your chain 3 with a slip stitch.